good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel, Living Lldv. As always, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. Ring the bell, press the likes, all the rest of it. Let's see if we can get myself up to 100 subscribers. Oh dear. Anyway, so I thought I'd do a little update on the allotment, show you what I'm doing today. So a lovely sunny morning, Thursday the 31st I believe of October. So yes, just a bit of a catch up now down the allotment. So the plan for today is to well, first I'm going to just give you a quick tour of the plot of where we are at the moment, and then I'm going to be podding some seeds for next year, well, and this year. I'll explain that in a minute anyway. Right, anyway, so my mustard is still in flower. We haven't had any frosts yet as far as I'm aware, and obviously I'm leaving this as long as I can because obviously the flowers are helping to feed the bees and the hoverflies and what have you. So I'm trying to keep them going as much as possible. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's a bee or yeah, I think that's some sort of bee, but some bumblebees around as well. So all my apple trees are now pruned. Next year, to be honest, I've got to at some point replace this wire. It's too flimsy. What I could do is double it up. I got plenty of wire. This single strand, this wire here, if I double it up, it'll make it thicker. So yes, had a few apples, but I think although I don't really want to, I'm going to have to spray it because I'm losing too many. So yeah, it's a bit of a knockback on the plan to put a polytunnel here because although I am the chairman, even I can't get away with murder. One of the committee members pointed out about the rules, and apparently we can only have one greenhouse and one shed on the plot. So really I can't have a polytunnel. So I don't know. I mean, it's the fact, what she said is that she wouldn't mind, but the trouble is, she said, if you set a precedence, then everybody else is going to want a polytunnel, which I don't see an issue with, but there we are. It's a bit of a funny plot down here. Or a peculiar plot, I should say. So I've been cleaning up, so a lot of debris here, which I'm hoping to find. I think I've got some more carpet somewhere. I'll cover this over, and as much of this will rot in, and then by next year, whatever's left, I'll scrape up and put back in the compost bin. Yeah, process of cleaning this up, tidying up. I'm not going to walk up there because I don't want to get. I know it's bizarre, but I don't want to get my shoes dirty. So this is a tayberry which I've tied up temporarily. I've thinned it out with the old wood, as it were. So now I've got to re-tie it all out. Chop down now the asparagus fronds because they've gone yellow. So they've done their job of hopefully putting goodness back into the crown. I shall top dress eventually with some homemade compost and a bit of, plus a little bit of Gromo. Under here was various types of green manure. There was a ryegrass, two types of ryegrass, clover, and what else? There was something else, vetch, I think. Anyway, and the plan was I was going to collect the seed off the ryegrass to try and make some rye bread, rye flour, and then eventually rye bread. But I don't know, the seeds weren't They were tiny, so it wasn't viable. So anyway, I walked it down, went over with a spade, just crimping the stalks. I didn't actually cut through the stalks, just crimped them, and then put the carpet on top to cover it over. So hopefully that'll die back. Yeah, strawberries seem to be okay. Brussels sprouts and etc. coming in out. All my runner beans are down now. Yeah. Now I have got some cauliflowers under here, but they're not very good. Right, what else have we got here? Oh yeah, obviously more of this. Mustard. And then finally some garlic. But also there are some autumn onions in here as well. And a bit of a mess in the corner which I've got to sort out hopefully this weekend. Yeah. Right, back to the main event. Now that I can't remember if I did film this, but anyway, see about these oyers. I filled them up well over a fortnight ago. Now what's in there? It's about an inch, just over an inch of water in there. That one's a little bit more bizarrely. Anyway, so they're obviously releasing water, but I thought they'd be well empty by now. Obviously not. So it does work, retaining the water. So again, I've got garlic and some autumn onions in here. I'm going to see if I can collect some of this lettuce seed off here. So I'm not sure I'll do it all today, but make a start podding these and add into the pile I've got at home. I've already picked some, but I got these are Scotch bonnet chilies, so they're leaving that, hopefully letting these go a bit more red. Those were slug damage, so I've just left them on the ground. Right, so I'm going to set up the tripod and you can watch me do a bit of podding. So, obviously I'm not going to show you the film, make you suffer watching the film all the way through of me doing this, but so I'm trying to find the other variety I've got here. Oh, that's a white one as well. So now obviously some of these beans, you can see that some of these are like that, but don't worry, what I'll do is when I get them back home I'll sort through and check the rubbish ones out. Yeah. So obviously, as you can see, this is a white variety, but I do have, if I can find one, perhaps this one of these is it. Right. That's a white one as well. There we are. So obviously I got, I don't know if you can see there, there's sort of two varieties there. As I say, some I'll keep for seed for growing next year, but a lot of this I will put in dry them out, put them in a jar, and then use them in my stews. I've already started using some, so they're very nice. Now then, bizarrely, which I can't work out, when I planted these beans, they were all white seeded variety, but then some of them turned into these, and I can't work out why. So the only thing I can think of is that they've cross-pollinated. But yeah, so the other seeds that I've got is these rather. Oh, see a little pod like that, and that's the seeds themselves. Now these are a climbing French bean, I believe. The pods are quite flat, before the seeds set. So yes, quite a pretty seed, I must admit. Yeah. So when I'm doing a stew, I tend to just put a mixture of the seeds in, and they're very nice. Okay, so that's a quick catch up. Right, let's see what temperature's in here. My gosh, over 80. Well, it's knocking 30 degrees. So that is. So we're currently at 87.8. 87.8. Wow, that's hot. What's that in centigrade? So that's 31 degrees Celsius. How can that be 31? Because reset. Let's try that. That's better. 30.1. Yeah, well, according to that little blue line, it's under 30. That may be more accurate. I don't know. There we are. Lovely. We'll put it back to Fahrenheit because that's all I work in. Yeah. Don't know why. There we are. Yeah. So we'll call that a day now on that film. So hopefully a short one this time. So as I say, not much happening down the plot. I'm just generally tidying up. Everything that needs to be planted is planted now. So that's it. I've got one solitary squash of that variety there, which I'll take back with me today. Better clean that up, I suppose. I had quite a few butternut squashes as well. And I've been that little border by the greenhouse now is planted with some bulbs. And also I've down here. So here I've just eased back the green manure, and I've planted a load of bulbs in this strip here. So and at some point I'm going to replace these wooden pegs with bits of angle line, I think, because they'll hopefully last a bit longer, because these will just rot eventually. Yeah, I'll just get all of some. Now the only thing is, yeah, I've got a funny feeling they're still green, the seeds. I don't know if you can see them in there, very tiny seeds. So I mean, it's not a major concern, but if these have become viable seeds, then obviously when they go back into the ground they'll start growing again. All the plants will. We'll see. I suppose the ideal thing would be to, yeah. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Maybe the seeds will be good enough for the birds to eat. We'll see. Anyway. So that's a quick catch up on the plot, and I'll see you in the next film. Bye for now.